Om Shri Paramatmane Namaha. Learning Sanskrit and Gita together. Gita Abhyase 8-15 Mamupetya Punarjanma plus 8-16 A Brahma Bhunal Lokaha. Mamupetya Punarjanma Dukkhalayam Ashashvatam. Padachedhe Mam Upetya Punarjanma Dukkhalayam Dukkha Alayam Ashashvatam. नाप्नुवन्ति महात्मानः संसिद्धिं परमां गताः. पदच्छेदः न आप्नुवन्ति महात्मानः संसिद्धिं परमां गताः. आ ब्रह्मभुवनाल्लोकाः पुनरावर्तिनोऽर्जुन. पदच्छेदः आ ब्रह्मभुवनात् लोकाः पुनरावर्तिनः अर्जुन. मामुपेत्युत कौन्तेय पुनर्जन्म न विद्यते. पदच्छेदः माम उपेत्यतु कौन्तेय पुनर्जन्म न विद्यते. वाक्यांशशः विश्लेषणम्. I have the columns here. अनुक्रमाङ्कः, कर्तृपदीयाः, कर्मपदीयाः, अन्ये सुबन्ताः, विधेयाः, अव्ययानि, कृदन्ताः, तिङन्ताः. परमां संसिद्धिं गताः महात्मानः माम् उपेत्य दुःखालयम् अशाश्वतं Punarjanma na apnuvanti. The words gataha and upetya. The word gataha in 1a and upetya in 1b have their own objects. Hence, they make subclauses. The word mahatmana is common subject of upetya and apnuvanti. Note, gataha is pullingam prathama bahuvachanam. The phrase paramam siddhim samsiddhim gataha is adjectival for mahatmanaha. In turn for upetya and apnuvanti also. Arjuna lokaha abrahma bhuvanat punaravartinaha. Kaunteya mam tu upetya punarjanma na vidyate. Although upetya in 1a, in 3a is lebantam, it is not samankartruka with 3b. Whereas being a lebantam, I think it has to be samankartruka. Anyway, shabdabhyasaha. Paramam samsiddhim gataha mahatmanaha. Paramam, parama, visheshanam. Atra strilingam dvitiya ekvachanam. Parama, adjective. Param, paratvam, maati, ka. Most distant, last, highest, best, most excellent, greatest. Prapnoti paramam gatim. Chief, principal, primary, supreme, sarvatha brahmana pujya, paramam daivatam hita. Exceeding, extreme. So many different shades of meaning. Samsiddhim, samsiddhi, strilingam dvitiya ekvachanam. Samsiddhi, there are different meanings. I would like to focus on absolution, final beatitude. Samsiddhim paramam gataha. See, the same verse has been quoted, shloka has been quoted. Gataha, gata visheshanam. Atra pullingam prathama bahuvachanam. Gam dhatoho kta visheshanam gata. Gam, rung, gatau, to go to, bhadihi. Prathamganiyaha parasmaipadi. Sakarmakaha, anit. Mahatmanaha, mahatman, visheshanam. Atra pullingam prathama bahuvachanam. Mahan atma yasya saha mahatma. बहुव्रीहि. महान, महत्, विशेषणम. अत्र पुल्लिंगम प्रथमा एकवचनम. महत्, एडजेक्टिव. मह, अति. कंपैरेटिव, महीयस. सुपरलेटिव, महिष्ठ. नॉमिनेटिव, महान, महांतौ, महांतः. अकुजाटिव, प्लूरल, महतः. ग्रेट, बिग, लार्ज, ह्यूज, वास्ट. महान सिंहः, व्याघ्रः. Strong, powerful, mighty as Mahan Viraha. high, lofty, eminent, distinguished, noble. Atma, Atman, Pullingam Prathama Ekvachanam. Atman, masculine, Atmanin, said to be from an, to breathe also. Atma, Yatno, Dhritir Buddhi, Swabhavo, Brahmavarshmacha, iti Amaraha. The soul, the individual soul. Mahatma, great soul. Mam upetya, mam asmat sarvanama, dvitiya ekvachanam. Upetya, upe, upa plus I, dhatoho lyabantam. Upe, dvitiya ganiya parasmayapadi, upa I. To approach, come near, arrive at, reach a place or a person. Paramam samya upapaiti. This is from Mundaka Upanishad. Latam upetya, Shishupal. So, Rajanam Durgam, etc. Yogi Paramsthanam Upaiti Chadyam. Bhagavad Gita 8-28. To go to a master, become a pupil. Dukkhalayam ashashvatam punarjanma na apnuvanti. Dukkhalayam, Dukkhalaya, Pullingam Napusakalingam va, Dvitiya Ekvajanam. Dukkhasya alayah, Alayam va, Dukkhasya, Dukkha Napusakalingam Shashti Ekvajanam. Dukkha, adjective. Dushtani khani yasmin, Dushtam khanati, Khan da, Dukkha achva. Painful, disagreeable, unpleasant, difficult, uneasy, sorrow, grief, unhappiness, distress, pain, agony. All these meanings of dukkha. Alayah, alayah, alayam. Aliyate asmin, ali, ach, an abode, a house, a dwelling. Dukkhalayam, abode of sorrow, grief, unhappiness, distress, pain, agony. Ashashvatam, ashashvata, visheshanam. Atra napusakalingam dvitiya ekvachanam. Na shashvatam iti ashashvatam. Shashvata, adjective. Shashvati, feminine. Shashvat bhavaha, and eternal, perpetual, everlasting. Shashvati samaha. This is in Ramayana. For eternal years, evermore, for all time to come. Ashashvatam, not eternal, not perpetual, not everlasting. Punarjanma, punarjanman, napusakalingam prathama ekvachanam. Punaha janma iti punarjanma. Janma, janman, birth, napusakalingam prathama ekvachanam. Punarjanma, rebirth. Na, no, not, avyayam. Apnuvanti. आप धातो हो लटि प्रथम पुरुषः बहुवचनम. आप रंग व्याप्तौ, to obtain, to pervade, to occupy, to reach, to get. स्वादि पंचमगणीयः परस्मैपदी सकर्मकः अनिट. अर्जुन पुल्लिंगम संबोधनम एकवचनम. आप ब्रह्मभुवनात् लोकाः पुनरावर्तिनः. आप ब्रह्मभुवनात्. आप ब्रह्मभुवन, नपुंसकलिंगम पंचमी एकवचनम. ब्रह्मणः भुवनम ब्रह्मभुवनम, षष्ठी तत्पुरुषः. ब्रह्मभुवनम अपि आदाय आप ब्रह्मभुवनात्. ब्रह्मणः, ब्रह्मन्, नपुंसकलिंगम षष्ठी एकवचनम. भुवनम, भुवन, नपुंसकलिंगम प्रथमा और द्वितीया एकवचनम. आदाय, आदा धातोः लेबन्तम. आदाय indeclinable, having taken, often with a prepositional force with. आप ब्रह्म भुवनात्, inclusive of ब्रह्म भुवनम. लोकाः, लोक, पुल्लिंगम प्रथमा बहुवचनम. लोकः, लोक्यते असौ, लोक घय. The world, a division of the universe. Roughly speaking, there are 3 lokas, Swarga, Prithvi and Patala. But according to fuller classification, the lokas are 14, 7 higher regions rising from the earth, one above the other. That is Bhurloka, Bhuvaloka, Swarloka, Mahalloka, Janarloka, Taparloka, and Satyaloka or Brahmaloka. and 7 lower regions descending from the earth, one below the other. That is Atala, Vitala, Sutala, Rasatala, Talatala, Mahatala and Patala. Punaravartinah. Punaravartin Visheshanam. Atra Pullingam Prathama Bahuvachanam. Punaha Avarti iti Punaravarti. Avarti. Avartin Visheshanam. Atra Pullingam Prathama Ekvachanam. Avartin whirling or turning upon itself, returning. Kaunteya Pullingam Sambodhanam Ekvachanam. Son of Kunti. Mamupetyatu Punarjanma na vidyate. Tu, however, avyayam. Vidyate. Vid dhato lati. Prathama purusha hai ekvachanam. Vid vidhang sattayam. To exist. Divadhi. Chaturthagadiyaha atmanepadi. Akarmakaha anit. Overall meaning. Paramam samsiddhim gataha mahatmanaha. Mamupetya dukkhalayam ashashvatam punarjanma na apnuvanti. Those great souls, mahatmanaha, who have attained the most excellent final beatitude, paramam siddhim gataha, come unto me, mam upetya, and are not reborn, na apnuvanti, punarjanma na apnuvanti, are not reborn to experience the travails of another birth, dukkhalayam, which certainly has no finality, ashashvatam. Arjuna, Abrahma bhunat lokaha punaravartina. Arjuna, as such, all the world, including the Brahma Bhuvanam, all the worlds, have these characteristics of reappearance. Kaunteya, mamupetyatu punarjanma na vidyate. A son of Kunti, on attaining me, however, there is no rebirth. Chando Vishleshanam. Mamupetya punarjanma. Ashtakshani. Punarjanma. Etesham matraha. Eka, dve, dve. Dukkhalayam ashashvatam. Ashtakshani. Mashashva. Etesham matraha. Eka, dve, eka. Napnuvanti mahatmanaha. Ashtakshani. Mahatma. Etesham matraha. Eka, dve, dve. Samsiddhim paramam gataha. Ashtakshani. Ramam ga. Etesham matraha. Eka, dve, eka. Asmin अष्टमे अध्याये पंचदशे श्लोके अनुष्ठुप छंदः आ ब्रह्म भुवनाल् लोकाः अष्टाक्षराणि वनाल्लो एतेषां मात्राः एका द्वे द्वे पुनरावर्तिनोर्जुन अष्टाक्षराणि तिनोर्जु एतेषां मात्राः एका द्वे एका मामुपेत्य तु कौन्तेय अष्टाक्षराणि तु कौन्ते एतेषां मात्राः एका द्वे द्वे पुनर्जन्म न विद्यते अष्टाक्षराणि न विद्य एतेषां मात्राः एका द्वे एका अस्मिन् अष्टमे अध्याये षोडशे श्लोके अनुष्टुप् छन्दः स्वाध्यायः notes of self study. There occasioned to be a discussion with the father of the Christian order. He shared that as a part of comparative study of religious thought, he had studied Gita. He said that there are many points common in Christian and Hindu philosophical thought. He also added that one major difference is that Christian thought does not believe in rebirth. The two shlokas which we are studying speak of Punarjanma, rebirth. The comment of the father prompts some nuances, whether to believe in rebirth or not, or whether to accept or not that everyone is bound to be reborn. If you do not accept that there is rebirth, then you do not accord any credence to it. You may accept that there is rebirth, yet you do not accord any credence to it. The suggestion here is that rebirth is there, but it is not good to be reborn and in turn to suffer death again. So one should strive to transcend the cycle of birth and death. This also presumes that rebirth may not be as a human. Such striving can be conscientiously done only in human life. In fact, Hindu philosophy speaks of 8.4 million types of species, and one may be reborn in any of the species. Rather, it is also believed that each soul has to undergo birth in all the 8.4 million types of species. Saint Tukaram mentions his having done research on why are we born in the first place. His conclusion is that we are born because we have debit to clear regarding griefs and sorrows. The hypothesis seems to be that if there was no debit outstanding at the end of the previous birth, our soul would have attained emancipation then itself. The way to clear the debit, certainly not to add to it, is to lead a righteous life, also full of devotion and faith, as is led by Mahatmanaha, the great souls. Those souls, Mamupetya, come unto me and attain Paramam Samsiddhim, the most excellent final beatitude. Such final beatitude is inherent of liberation from the travels of the cycles of births and deaths. So, the Lord assures, Mamupetya Punarjanma na vidyate. On attaining me, there is no rebirth. Shubhamastu.